Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My name is Benny, that is Sal, and we're all that's here today. Today we're going to be talking about the infamous Ezra Miller fiasco. We've been getting a lot of questions. What is your opinions? What should they do? What that? And I feel like this is going to be a short video, so let's talk about it for a moment. If you're not in the loop, Ezra Miller plays the Flash in the Justice League. He was cast for his own movie, and the Flash has been in development hell for like 7 years at this point. I don't even know when it was first announced, but it had to be around Batman versus Superman. Right. It had to be around that period. So basically what we've now got is a movie that's been in limbo forever, finally got made, got pushed back for another 2 years, and no one knows why. And in this intermedium, Ezra Miller has, and his pronouns are they, them, so I'm going to try to keep track of that as I'm going through
Thank you for the reminder, yeah.
Yes. So Ezra Miller... So in this intermedium, they have created many problems in Hawaii. Apparently, they're in Hawaii right now, and every third day is getting into a fight with like civilians and regular people.
Yeah. No, they're just clearly they are in need of aid and not getting the aid they need. I understand that they're working on it, but you know, it's become a problem. It's become a problem for a movie studio that wouldn't care about us, but we're still going to talk about, which is that, like, you know, I mean, like, the optics are bad.
From what it looks like, the actual issues are not related to a mental health issue, but they're actually related to more of a diva crisis where I'm this big important movie star, they won't touch me, which is exasperated by the fact that every time that this issue crops up, from what we're understanding, they are going to court and they're paying it off, and they're just going back out, getting into another fight, going to court, paying it off, going back out. It's gotten so bad that I don't know if there's been 4 altercations or if it's still just one altercation that everyone keeps reporting on, or what the deal is.
I know there's at least 2.
Right, so we're not going to comment on the potential of it being a mental problem, mental health issue, because that's just not something we would talk about in general. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, and I know Sal doesn't as well. But this does lead to the actual problem. What should WB do about this? Regardless of it being mental health or regardless of it being a diva complex, we have an Ezra Miller that is constantly getting arrested. So
it's just, it will never not go away. Like, this is a problem that is persistent, and it requires, even if it is, regardless of its origins, it will require years of effort to correct. And it's years that WB don't got.
Right.
So what are we going to do about it?
They're trying to use Flashpoint to, if the rumors are to be believed, to fix the DCEU right in the middle of a merger where Discovery Plus is in charge of everything going on with WB.
Yeah.
So, like, it's this weird loop that they're stuck in. And I feel like Ezra Miller has picked the worst movie to create problems for himself or theirself during.
Yeah.
Because this is the movie where they can just replace Ezra Miller.
Yeah. No, like this, you were right. They picked the worst time because you're in a Flashpoint movie where Flash could run through time, have a whole movie, come through the portal, and then they just, in the interim, shoot a new ending.
Yeah.
With a new actor.
That's all they need to do is shoot a new actor at the ending. If you don't know how Flashpoint worked in the comics or in the movie or in any other iteration of it, traditionally Barry goes back in time. Barry causes a bunch of issues by trying to alter the timeline. He then sees all these alterations, all these problems. He then tries to fix these problems. It's the end of the world. He then goes back in time, goes back to the future, and they always use it to introduce a new Batman. That's always what they've done at this point. Yeah. Which is normally implied in the comics by the new costume. They use it to introduce the new 52. In the movie, it was a new costume and I think a new voice actor.
In the Flashpoint animated series, they kept Kevin Conroy, but then the next movie they replaced him.
Yeah, but it was a new costume again. They always do that chin strap one, is what they normally do.
Yes, they do.
So this could be the easy one, especially a movie with multiple Barrys. Right. Where we just literally at the end of the movie, when Ezra Miller re-enters the portal to go to the fixed timeline, out of the portal comes a new Flash. And one simple comment of, wow, even I look different.
Yeah.
Done. New Flash.
It doesn't hurt that Ezra Miller is reportedly and supposedly, as according to rumors and conjecture, might be playing evil versions of himself anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you were already the bad guy, we'll just replace you with a lovable actor that people want to see on screen.
So we looked online to see who we want, what would we fan cast as the replacement if we're going to do this? It really just comes down to Grant Gustin from the CW.
I think you're right, man. And because there's other names on that list. I've seen Liam Hemsworth throw around. Hey, I saw a suggestion of Tom Holland, and I was like,
no, that'll never happen. I saw Chris Pine, which I loved your comment of. You're like, Chris Pine wouldn't work because he's Steve Trevor. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because that's the least of the confusion problems we'd have.
Right? That's the confusing part. But Gustin's a good actor, and he's been in other things before, not just as Barry.
Yeah.
Not a lot of things, but, he's been in other stuff. I mean,
it would be hilarious if Grant Gustin is the first actor from, the CW era to get promoted.
Right.
And because as much as I dislike what they've done with the Flash TV show, whenever they just let Grant Gustin be the Flash, it is amazing. It's great. And he does a great job as the Flash.
Yeah. Yeah. And, it's interesting. It would almost be fitting for him to be the first CW actor / character to be elevated into the movies, since his was the first CW show to get the movies to reference him.
Yeah, which I'm hoping we do get a reference of in this movie, just a moment where Ezra Miller pops up and sees Grant Gustin.
I sincerely doubt Grant Gustin is in the Flashpoint movie, but
Ezra Miller showed up in his show. I mean, why not?
I know. I think that'd be fair. But yeah, no, I agree. But it's the easiest, it's the cleanest decision you could make, because it gives Grant Gustin the opportunity, such that it is, to pursue other avenues of employment, but more importantly, to get the help they need. And the audience won't go like, that's nonsense, because who doesn't like Grant Gustin?
Right. Well, and that's just it. Everyone loves. I've yet to see any all the complaints levied against the Flash show.
Is the writing? Is the direction? Is the other cast?
Extra characters? It's never been. Grant Gustin's a terrible Flash. The worst thing that Grant Gustin has ever got is his body type isn't the Flash. Hey, guess what? The DCEU doesn't care about that. They'll make the suit give all the muscles you want.
Yes, exactly. No, you'll be fine. Thanks to the Batman, you don't need to do all that stuff anymore. People will buy that you're just wearing a suit and you look cool. Plus, it's running. The muscles are all in your legs anyway. You're fine.
Well, yeah, that's true. He should have a runner's body. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah. So.
But yeah, we can't really find any solid other casting, because all the other options that I see, one was Jensen Ackles. I'm like, no, he'd be great as Green Lantern or Red Hood. He wouldn't be good as the Flash.
No.
Or they're super old, which at first I was like, oh yeah, no, you wouldn't want to get an older actor in that role. But I mean, DC just cast Michael Keaton again, so
yeah,
they don't seem to care that much.
I think he's an interim Batman or something. Who knows? But in any case, you're right. They should go. I think skew younger.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's basically it. That's our opinion on the whole Ezra Miller situation. Everyone's been, oh, you got to talk. I think they should just bump up Grant Gustin, but like I said, if they don't bump up Grant Gustin, I can't find any viable alternatives. You know what I'm saying? I can't find anyone that I would be like, oh no, that is a good pick.
Right.
And I've said before, I do have a problem knowing half these actors' names at this point.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
There's probably a few that I'm literally clicking through all the fan castings just to see what other people have thought about it.
Yeah, there's nothing really I don't think there is a better choice that's more.
Everyone says Grant Gustin.
Well, more people would be more, you could either try and win the audience over by casting somebody else, or you could have an established foundation of excitement and enthusiasm by casting an actor who does a good job anyway.
Yeah.
So
that's where I told you it could be a short video because there's not much more to say on this. I kind of agree with all of these.
Right.
And the DCEU is in such a weird, funky spot as it stands right now. This would be the time to just elevate an established Flash.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if you do Grant Gustin in that role through Flashpoint, you've just negated all CW. So you don't have to worry about that being linked. Oh, no. Grant Gustin is here, yes, but it's just a different thing now.
Yeah. It's just a variant.
Yeah.
Or it's a bit timey-wimey stuff, yeah.
It's Flash! You have all the franchises
that
you can get away with this.
You can. It's so much cleaner.
They were willing to do it with Batman with no excuse. Why would they do it?
That's true.
They're just like, you'll get it. He still wears the cowl.
Yeah. No, they did it twice. They got Michael Keaton Batman. Which version? Whatever. Who cares? And another Batman. Is that even in a universe? Whatever.
We don't even know.
Go watch it. That's it.
And they're using Henry Cavill without even using his face.
They've used a Henry Cavill suit with another human being in the suit twice.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I do find it funny that it has now been pushed back again.
I know.
It's got to be a part of the Discovery Plus merger to see what Discovery wants to do with this whole situation.
With a new company, I'm sure they have like way different marketing strategies associated with how they're going to promote a movie, especially a finished movie they had no creative control over. So I could see them doing that.
So that's it. That's our opinions on the Ezra Miller situation evolving in The Flash. Let us know what you guys think down below, and let us know your fun fan casting. Do you disagree Grant Gustin should be elevated and be allowed to be the Flash of the DCEU, or do you have a better option that could be a better Flash? I mean, I will admit, way back in the early days when they announced Ezra Miller, I was like, why didn't they just promote Grant Gustin? Like,
people said that even back then, yeah.
Yeah, back because Grant Gustin's a good actor. He was back then. He's not like he got better. He's a good actor. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next time right here at Absolutely Marvel and DC. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the Armada today.